wonder is interesting that it's a state. It's a state of being, but it's also a verb to wonder about something. And um, did you find anything interesting in that etymological realm around the verb of wondering when you were looking into these words?
A couple of other words got triggered with
Hmm.
that, and it was, as you were indicating, amazement and bewilderment were there. And also it seems to come with this emotion, a strong emotional sense of wonder, and really seems to point to a state. And I felt it was more it's a word that brings up that state, or there is a direct association with the state of mind or being. Yeah, looking at the etymology, it seems that the word wonder in Old English points to a sense of miracle as well. In Old German, wundern, it's astonishment. Did any of these etymologies come across your exploration?
Yeah, definitely the sense of miracle, the witnessing of miracle and the state of astonishment keep coming up over and over again as I think about words like wonder and also and mystery. I think that mystery evokes that sense of astonishment in a particular way. Um, the the connection there between like there's almost the mysterious, right? That it has this Greek origin, Mayan, I believe, is how it may be pronounced. I would love for someone to speak enough Greek to be able to uh, correct me on that. The felt sense that comes up with astonishment is like gasp, the loss
Hmm.
of air,
Yeah.
like the stopping of my tongue through that kind of like experience of gasping.
Yeah.
Um, and so there's almost something undescribable as we start to play where, we're talking about language and using words, but then when you get into the realms of wonder or amazement or awe, there's a limitation. There's like a leash on language suddenly that you hit the end of. And that calls for the closing of the mouth and the eyes and to be with the wondrous in that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I like how you said that. It seems like these words of astonishment and awe are referring to something that's very similar. Um, Yet language, that we have all these words, and perhaps it's pointing to the same thing, a certain experience. One thing that was coming to me was beauty. Beauty triggers often the sense of wonder and awe. Surprise is another element. Um, I wonder if there is actually a relationship between the feeling of surprise and awe. Um, And interestingly, when I was looking at this word, and often we try to find pathways of if it connects with ancient Greek or Latin or Sanskrit, and I've two things for me that have been triggered in the past are one is the Persian word wah, uh, which is also present in some Indic languages as well, like Urdu, which has influences of Sanskrit and Arabic. And so wah is used for if somebody read you a great poem or you saw something really beautiful. And at least in the sound code, it seems is connected somehow similar to wow, and although not directly etymologically, I wasn't able to find a connection with wonder uh, at the level of the sound. It seems there is some connection, and also with that state. And wah is also present in a mantra, interestingly, from the Indic region called Wahe Guru. So it's combination of wah or wow, perhaps wonderment, with guru, which is with this realization, deeper realization. And there was another Sanskrit word that came that is perhaps not connected with the sound code or etymology, but seems to point to the sense of wonder with beauty in particular, which is called chamatkara. And chamatkara also points to this sense of wonder. But I just wanted to kind of drop in, perhaps more importantly, wa, which seems similar to wow.
Yeah.
And and perhaps wonder as well, at least the first three alphabets.
I think there's almost what this acknowledgement of something entering the room when we say wow, wah, that just think about the times when someone's talking to me and something surprising or mysterious suddenly enters the conversation or comes out of their mouth is they're channeled or like a deer exploding out of the hedgerow or something, that there's this like wow, like something entered my life
Yes.
that I was not expecting, and that has altered, it's altered the moment or the time. And there's this almost like what I just get from wow and wow is this like something passed by. Let's acknowledge that it happened. Like some spirit, some breath, some inspiration came through us, and we are acknowledging it passing into space into us. I like that. It's almost like saying hi to the mystery is what's
Yes.
coming up to me. It's like, oh, mystery, you're here. Okay.
Yes.
Um, and then the wow doesn't describe the thing. It doesn't pin the thing down and give it a taxonomy. It just says it's there.
Hmm.
Um, is what feeling.
Yeah, yeah. I like how you were giving the example of the deer, and that seemed to connect with the element of surprise.
Mm-hmm,
And I think there is definitely some connection when we have a state of being in a little bit of shock.
mm-hmm,
There's some parallel with awe. So this sort of the other word that you were pointing to that you've reference to with wonder is mystery, which is another interesting word having interesting etymology in Latin or in Greek actually mysterium, which refers seems to refer to secret or hidden.